more than a decade, Boko Haram has waged an insurgency in the northeast, forcing millions of people from their homes and leaving communities in crisis. Kamiebe Imamotimi Bifania is a spokesperson for Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He joins us now from Abuja. Good to have you with us. So I know that your government has released a statement saying it welcomes any joint action as long as it respects your country's territorial integrity. But let me ask you more specifically, would you accept unilateral US strikes in Nigeria?
Thank you very much for having me. The Nigerian government is willing to partner with our allies all over the world to assist us in fighting Boko Haram, to fight terrorist groups, to fight bandits. But it should be with the provision of assistance to the Nigerian military, but not unilateral strikes in our territory.
Okay, so that's very clear. You don't accept unilateral strikes in your territory. Is there any coordination ongoing right now between Nigeria and the US for joint military action?
We're engaging the US authorities. The recent statement from the United States government is the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern.
Since the Boko Haram insurgency began in 2009, reports suggest Christian estimated range from over 50,000 to approximately 125,000 Christians killed. One report suggests around 63,800 Christians were killed for their faith between 2009 and early 2025. Muslim an estimated 34,000 to 60,000 moderate Muslim have also been killed in attacks by Islamic militants during the same period,
which the Nigerian government is resisting. It would not be fair to designate us as a country of particular concern because of perceived killing of Christians in the country. We've continuously made our point clear that we acknowledge the fact that there are killings that have taken place in Nigeria, but those killings were not restricted to Christians alone. Muslims are being killed, traditional worshippers are being killed, Christians are being killed. The majority is not the Christian population. We are ready to work with partners to help us to fight the scourge of terrorism in the country, but not any passive action that will undermine the sovereignty of our country.
Let me ask you then your response to the assertion, as you might have heard, by the US president that Nigeria is allowing the killings of Christians. Is the Nigerian government allowing the killings of Christians?
That is not true. The killings is not sanctioned by the Nigerian government. The Nigerian government is seriously against that. The killing of any Nigerian in any part of the country is a loss to the country. So we are against that. We sympathize with families that have lost their loved ones, but we are not in support of killing of any Nigerian in any part of the country. These perpetrators of these killings are terrorist groups.
Some people have been making a point that it's not just Christians that are being killed. But what people have to understand, for years, there have been a Christian watch group that watch Christians around the world to see who's actually being persecuted, how they're being persecuted, and they keep numbers and records of those Christians. So when we're seeing Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria, we are Christians speaking about our fellow brothers and sisters that are Christian. We're not saying other people are not dying during this time. We're just speaking about our people as our Christian brothers and sisters. Yes, there's Muslims that are dying. Yes, there's other ethnic people that's in that area that's dying. But the Muslims that are dying, they are being killed by other Muslims. The radical Islam, they're killing their own people. Then they're also killing Christians. The difference is more Christians being killed than other ethnicity, other religions, as well as other Muslims. The majority of the people that are dying in Nigeria, as well as around the world, are Christians. And that's what we as Christians point out. That's what we talk about. So we're not denying that other people are not losing their lives, but they're losing their lives because of other radical Muslims. And so the point should not be who's dying and who's not dying. The point should be we have a problem. What can we do to solve this problem for the people that's living in Nigeria so they don't have to fear dying, they don't have to fear death? That's more important than going back and forth about, well, it's not just Christians, it's also Muslim. The point is, these people are losing their lives in this country. What is the government doing about it? What is the government going to do about it? So Nigeria government is now stating that it's willing to work with United States as well as any other country that's willing to help them with Boko Haram. But why did it take the point of making this a national news story for them to want to get help in curbing what's going on in their country? There's a need to protect their people, and that need is not being met. Like I always say, stay focused on Jesus.